So how do you feel like your teachers helped you with that?
My teachers, I feel probably didn't really like help me. Like you did. Like to be honest, if it wasn't for you, I probably would have never graduated. So people can't relate where you come from. So it's like there could be a teacher who came from a neighborhood that you didn't come from, and they never seen something that you seen when you were 12. You know, so it's like they can't relate, so they don't understand.
Thank you, Ada, for saying that, because a lot of times people didn't understand what we were doing, right? So like my official title is teacher assistant, and Mr. Torshawn and Miss Hawkins, they all saw something in me that was different and allowed me to work in that position. Before you, there was a boy, I won't say any names, but there was a boy that came to me and he was like, I don't know how to get out of this life. And these teachers in here, they don't get it. And I'm tired of having to fight for a neighborhood that I live in, and these people don't even have my back. And then I come here, and these people in the school don't even have my back. And I just want to give up. I'd rather go to jail. And for me, no, I ain't never been no gangbanger. I ain't a killer, but don't push me. You know what I mean? But I understood that because I lived in that type of environment. You know what I mean? Like I have family members that went through that. I have a brother that went through that. So I was able to be like, look, Jacob, this is not what we're gonna do. The day that you graduated and we were in the wellness room, I'll never forget that.
I'll never forget that. Ever, ever, never.
And Lex, I'll never forget the day you walked across the stage and you ran right to me. We love your
Yeah.
mom. But I thought I got to you before your
I
mom
went
got to
straight
you.
to her.
I went into the wellness room and I was just like, I can't, like, I don't think I'm gonna graduate. Like, I'm just not gonna do it. I think I'm gonna just like do something else. I try something else. And you was just like, no, you have to do it. Even if you like you say like even if you get it when everybody else already got it, it's like I was just like, yeah, so you basically made me like go to school even after everybody graduated. Push, like I needed that push. That's why as soon as I got that diploma, I went straight to you because it's like really, if they wasn't doing, I would have gave up. I would have been gave
I
up.
always say this, and I'm always grateful for Courtney because she really changed my life. Like, she made me realize there is somebody out there that like you could confide in and you could like tell all your problems to. I was always an angry child. I've never listened to anybody. It was always hard for me to ever open up to anybody. I feel like it was just a blessing. You were saying how um to talk to teachers and how teachers should approach students. It's kind of hard. Like you don't know where to start. You don't even know how to even bring up a topic like that because it's like somebody that's PTSD or traumatized, they can just see it as like, why you want to know, why you questioning me.
Paranoia, like just being
Yeah, it's
paranoid.
paranoia, and it's like you're just there trying to help, and it's like for teachers, I feel like you just shouldn't like push yourself to it, put yourself too much in it, like trying to get information out like that because it's like it's just gonna make them uncomfortable and it's gonna be like she's weird, she's up to something type, you know?
Y'all, I don't even know how this works, but I'm with little kids. But I always want any kid that I'm in their presence, I want you to feel comfortable because we don't know what is going on at home. And I want you to be able to say, you know what? I can't go to mommy. I can't go to daddy. I can't go to TC. I can't go to whoever, but I can come to Miss Courtney and it'll be okay.
Oh, it's crazy that you say that because in my household, it was never love. I never felt loved. Like I was felt neglected at home. So coming to school, it was just you're just around with people that make you happy, you know, and just like take your mind off things.
Just really crazy things that really used to happen, and like Courtney really got me through it. Like it's just like that type of resource, especially just in the neighborhood that we like where the school is too. I feel like that's good that they had that type of resource, you know, because like there was real life stuff happening, like you know, and people like real life stuff going on, and sometimes they even came to the school because of the neighborhoods outside of the school. So to have that type of person, like listen, like this and that is going on outside of school and escape. I was in like science, and I got a call. XYZ, my friend had passed away. Boom. I got a call right there. They was like, he's outside, like still there, whatever. To leave. And then I came back to school probably like a week later, and I couldn't even like function. I was just sitting there, just like, and I remember my math teacher was like, just like on me, just kept like bothering me, just like on me, like about a problem. And I remember he kept like, oh, like I was like dazed, to be honest, like not even paying attention. And he kept like, so I like spazzed and I went to the wellness room. Like I like yelled at him and I was just like, you know, like back off a little bit. Like clearly, you know that I don't want to like do none of this. So why are you like provoking me to like, you know that when I went to the wellness room and I just like burst, like just like everything out. It was just like, you know, like there's teachers like that they know something's wrong with, they know something's wrong. Now I sit there and I yell at him and I get suspended, you know. So it's like to go upstairs and sit there and like tell you, and it's like, it's gonna be okay, like just like get through it, like it's gonna be all right. Like it's like I just had a baby and my son was 2 months, like almost 2 months. So it was just like a lot. Like, so when I was able to go upstairs and cry and express myself and she can relate and tell me it's gonna be okay, like, you know, like it was just like, okay, I could fix myself and go back to my next class and move on. Now, if she wasn't there, or if the school didn't have that type of research, I would have just left and probably wouldn't have went back to school for weeks because I couldn't get it out. And
Can you hear us?
Hey, Courtney.
How you doing, sweetheart?
Good yourself.
Good. So we're talking about trauma, and I'm not trying to be a trigger, but we're just talking about how you feel like your teachers address trauma, any trauma that you may have experienced while you were in high school, and do you feel like they acknowledged it? And what advice would you give a new teacher when it comes to acknowledging a student with trauma? Ada was really mentioning about the wellness room and what a resource the wellness room was for students, and Brother Ray and I for students at of the Alvarez community. What do you have to say about the wellness room, or anything about trauma that you experienced in high school?
I have to step away, especially because some of my teachers didn't understand my trauma. So a lot of my teachers couldn't relate to it. I think like I only really had one teacher that really like understood it to a point where she was like, okay, I understand why you have to walk away, and I understand that you have to walk away. Whereas my other teacher was kind of like, I don't care, whatever.
You know what, you guys, like today is a tough day for me. I'm just gonna back that up a little bit. It's a tough day for me, personally, um, for many reasons, but and it kind of goes back to trauma. Like losing somebody is a traumatic experience, and you guys are really giving me my flowers, and without even knowing it. Like I wasn't coming here to say, oh, how did I help you, because me helping you was really about who I am and what I believe in our students. But without even prompting you, y'all were like, here's a rose, catch this rose, sis. And I'm taking it all in. First of all, if somebody compliments you, number one, accept it. I think I've said that. You may have heard me say that plenty of times in the time that you've known me. If somebody compliments you, take that compliment.
So here's my thing about it being recorded. Honestly, I don't mind it being recorded, but I think at the same time, sharing bits and pieces of my story is how it helps people to gain knowledge and clarity on why these things are important and why we should be implementing them in school systems.
So let me ask you all a question. Do you feel like trauma that you've experienced shaped you into a better person, or it hindered you from becoming the person that you wanted to be?
I feel like me personally, I feel like me having like a kid made me like look at everything like more clearer and like appreciate certain things, and like not to get like, you know, like personal, whatever you said. So like me like growing up or whatever, I never really had that like mom bond where I can like, you know, go to her room and like lay up with her and be like, hey, I'm going through X, Y, and Z. So it made me like with my sons, both of them, like my son could come, he's 6 years old, and he comes and lays with me or tells me like little things, like even little things. Like, so I feel like it made me, yeah, like certain Me personally, yeah, certain type of things make you look at certain things different. I can only like speak for myself.
I would say that it it has done both to me. Like it has helped me. My trauma has helped me grow, and it kind of hindered me in some areas because there's certain things that I'm not able to do even as an adult. Like I can't. I can't be around. Like if I go into a restaurant or something, I have to sit I have to sit where I can see everybody. And like I don't sleep in the dark. Like I can't do it no matter how much like my husband is like, I'm right here. Like, I can't do it. So there's certain things that trauma has triggered for me to make that makes me not be able to do certain things. But my trauma has also given me a lot of wisdom and growth. And it's made me be able to kind of be able to teach people who don't know about like how to deal with people with trauma. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to, in some aspects, I had to teach people how to treat me.
All right, your time, baby. Go.
Well, trauma, there's a lot of definitions for trauma. I feel like for the most, I've been through most of them. And it can either make you or break you. And honestly, I felt like it made me stronger, made me confident, independent. And honestly, it's like you just really can't count on nobody. And honestly, how Brianna was saying, like, if it wasn't for y'all, like honestly, Courtney, I feel like I wouldn't have, first of all, I wouldn't have graduated. I probably wouldn't even have like, I probably, who knows?
It took me a minute, like a long time to get warmed up to Brother Ray. Like it took me so long to get warmed up to him because I was like if you knew half the stuff that people that men done to me in this world, you wouldn't trust you either. You know what I'm saying? But he never quit. You know what I'm saying? He never quit. He always came back. He always kept fighting. And he always kept rooting for me. Like, nah, we're not gonna give up. I'm not gonna give up on you. I'm not gonna stop continuing to come and have your back. I'm not gonna let you fall. You know what I'm saying? And till this day, I call Brother Ray like on the phone, like, yo, Brother Ray, brother man.
I can say that with Brother Ray. I can say that with Courtney because it like it really took me a long time. It really did. And what made me drawn into it was like her comfortability and like her consistent.
Mm-hmm.
And just for someone like me, I never, like how Ada said, like never had the mother bond. Someone you can just talk to because you're a daughter, and what like mother like daughter. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants a mother daughter, daughter father vibe, relationship. And me, I never had neither of those. So it's just I never had anybody consistent. So it's just very hard for me to ever open up and to ever like feel comfortable or either trust you with any of my information because you can know a bunch of me and then you will be gone the next day.
Courtney was always a big sister. You know what I'm saying? Like the big sister that I always wanted but never had, you know what I'm saying? And her and Brother Ray gave me a reason to go to school. You know what I'm saying? When you grow up in tough environments or when you grow up being in foster homes that you don't want to be in or being in places that you don't want to be in, and you have people that give you a reason to want to get up and go to school every day, that's tough. Because a lot of these kids are dropping out because they don't have that. My mom and dad don't care, or whoever I'm with right now don't care, and the people at my teachers don't care. So it's like I might as well go on and be in the streets because nobody cares.
So I'm going to finally get my teacher certification right after all these years. Like it's about that time. So I want
God. Come on, God.
Yeah, it's tough, like, but gang, we doing it. So I want to be able to implement that same. It's not want to. I'm going to implement that same love, care, affection, tenderness in my classroom with my students because I know that my students that I see here appreciated the love, care, tenderness, and all of that good stuff that I gave as just being Miss Courtney. But I'm gonna say this to y'all. I've told you plenty of times before, and I'm gonna tell you now to your face. No matter where you go or what you do in your life, I will never leave you. Whenever you need me, and I mean ever, y'all know that. Lex, you you know that. Whenever you need me, however you need me, you reach out to me. If I don't got it, I'll find somebody else to give it for you. So,
girl, y'all gotta work on Miss Courtney. She gotta get it.
I had to wash my hair and I blow dried it, but I didn't flat iron it, so that took up most of the day. And I, whatever. God's working.
Your past doesn't determine who you are today, because you are strong. You are a queen. You are a king. You are strong. Continue to move forward. Continue to persevere.
That sounds like my.
And can I add something?
Oh God, are we ready? Good. Come on. Look.
God will never put you in a position that you would not overcome.
I love you. Like I said.
Oh, we love you, Courtney. We love you.
Oh, I love you, Court. Love you, Court.